The ERAS application is upon us for the new cycle, so here is the timeline to get everything squared away. All right, so when you are building your ERAS application timeline, because it's varied in the past, whether it's submission in August or September, we don't know yet, just figure out when the submission date is and then count back 6 months, and then you can just write down in your planner all these different timestamps. So 6 months out, you want to secure your audition rotations, or if you're staying at your home institution, you want to plan about 2 to 3 months in advance. That way, in advance meaning like July, August, September, October. That way, you have that already set in stone. You don't have to worry about it, and you can free up brain space to focus on the ERAS timeline. You also want to schedule your boards, get those etched in your planners, and make your studying accordingly. That way, again, you can free up brain space for your ERAS timeline and application process. 6 months out from your submission date, you want to update your CV and resume, make it as up-to-date as possible. That way, come time to entering into the ERAS application, you can just mostly copy and paste things over. 4.5 months out from the ERAS submission date, you want to start reaching out to your letter of recommendation writers and keep that open line of communication and figure out who can write, when they can get it done. Ideally, you want 3 to 5 letter writers. And then if you haven't still updated your resume and CV, do so at 4.5 months out from your ERAS application. 3 months prior, same thing. You want to communicate with your letters of recommendation writers, touch up the resume that's last minute, and you want to start formatting and writing your personal statement. This is a big step, and 3 months out, you need to start working on it. 2 months from submission, you also want to reach out to your letter of recommendation writers. And at this junction in time, you can't type anything else into the ERAS application, but they can actually start uploading their letters. So if they can, get those in early. And then in terms of your personal statement, this is the most important tip for this entire, video, is get someone else to look at your personal statement. Get a second set of eyes, whether that be another resident, an attending, a mentor. Someone else needs to look at that personal statement and give you feedback on it, so that way you still have 2 months to tailor it and update it and change it and put your best foot forward moving into the application process. 1 month before your ERAS application is due, everything at this point should be tidied up. You should be able to start entering in the information in each of the sections, and if you need to, you can review the video of the ERAS components, and I'll link it in the description as well for you to view. But at this point in time, 1 month before, you need to start communicating with your letter of recommendation writers. You need to email, text, call them. I even had one writer who I was texting daily until they submitted their recommendations. So you need to really get on top of that. And people will tell you, oh, it's fine if your application's submitted, but the letter writers have until November to upload. That is not good advice, because you have no idea what plays in a factor or a role in who gets an interview and who doesn't. That's not a complete application if the letters of recommendation aren't uploaded. So my best advice would be get the letters of rec uploaded with the rest of your application, because there are horror stories of people saying, oh, well, they get an interview, but the people are asking them, or the residency program is asking them, well, why haven't your letters of recommendation been uploaded, or this or that. And there's so many reasons for why someone won't pick you for an interview, and don't let it be because your application's not complete. And lastly, once you go to submit your ERAS application, don't wait until the last minute or the last day or the last hour, because this website for ERAS is notorious for crashing. It'll crash when you need to go accept an interview. It'll crash when you need to submit your application. So there are people that if you submit past the deadline, or you submit 12:59 or 1 a.m. the following day or the timeline, those people will not match because they've submitted late. So don't be that person that submits late and you don't get to go to match like everyone else just because the website crashed when you went to go upload. Submit your ERAS application early, couple days, couple weeks, Even when the application opens, submit it if all of your stuff's in. So that's my best advice for you all. Reach out, email, leave comments if you have any questions. I'm happy to help.